Welcome to Jackets TV, presented by Ohio Health. I'm Bob McElligott, and I'm pleased to be joined by the newest goaltender for the Columbus Blue Jackets, Mark Dekanich. Mark, here we are at the Blue Jackets Hockey School. You're trying to make fans right from the ground up here, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we do anything we can to help with the community, and it's always a great time helping the kids out here, so having a great time.
When you're out here with these kids, and they vary in range from high school all the way down to mites, really, what's the thing that you want to impress upon all these kids?
I mean, the most important thing in hockey and in sports in general is to have fun. So I like to preach that when I'm out there, and just enjoy themselves while they're out there, and try and learn and get better every day, but make sure you're enjoying it, otherwise there's no point.
When you're out there, do you ever think back to when you were the age of some of these kids and what this experience might have been like for you to have the actual opportunity to skate with an NHL player?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure all these guys look up to a certain idol, and it's nice to be out there and have them looking up to me. So, and all the coaches for that matter. So, it's fun to be out there, and hopefully we can help.
Well, as I said, you're making fans from the ground up here, coming into Columbus for the first time after spending all of your career coming out of college with the Nashville Predators. When you got that call from the Blue Jackets that they were interested in having you sign here, what was your thought process at the time? How excited were you?
I was super excited. I mean, all I can ask for is a club to give me a chance, and I think I'm going to get that opportunity here. So I'm very excited to be part of the organization and look forward to the upcoming season.
Off the pipe, make the save, and then you keep your hands out front, and you're going to push with this leg to get back to the middle for that second shot.
Went to school at Colgate, then came out, played with the Predators, and we're in Milwaukee in the American Hockey League for a good portion of your career so far. What's been the biggest thing for you going from the college game to the pro game? What kind of adjustments have you had to make in your game?
Just to get faster. I mean, the players are so good, even at the American League level these days. I think a lot of players that are playing in the American League now can play in the NHL. It's just a matter of opportunity. So the speed of the game really changes, and now at the National League level, it's even faster. So I just had to improve my speed, and a lot of it's mental too.
The Nashville Predators have had some pretty good goaltenders in their history. Right now, Pekka Rinne, one of the best in the game. Being in that organization, being around guys like Pekka Rinne, what kind of things were you able to absorb and learn?
I couldn't mention all of them here. It'd take an hour. So, no, I mean, it's great. Pekka Rinne is an amazing goalie. He's a great guy, and he'll talk to you, and if you can ask him questions, and he'll answer. So it was great. And also, we got to work with Mitch Korn, who's been an NHL goalie coach for over 20 years now. So, that was nice.
Coming into this situation, you're with Steve Mason. He's your partner. Obviously, he's a former Calder Trophy winner. What do you see your role as coming in here as we get ready to start training camp in September?
I think I'm here to push Steve, and I think every team wants their number 2 guy to do that, and it'll make everyone involved better. So, I'll push him and support him whatever he needs to be that guy again. And he's a great goalie, so I don't think it'll take too much work.
How tough of a job is that when if you go in, pardon the term of being a backup goalie to start with anyway, that you still have to be ready to go mentally and physically every game. Even if you're not starting in that game, you still have to be locked in because at any moment something could happen and you have to be in there.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, some would say that it might be a little bit more difficult than being the typical number 1 guy, just because you never know when you're going to be in there, and you only play a limited amount of games a year. So it's it's definitely a mental strain, but I'm prepared for it, and I've had to do that throughout my career.
And what about the strain of the fact that, let's say you start 15, 20 games a year? In those games, those are games that you're expected to win. You've got to be there to help the team pick up points, even if Steve Mason happens to have the day off.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to contribute, and just winning is the most important thing for us. So I need to do everything I can to get wins in the games that I do get in, and I'll be ready for that.
It's been a big life-changing situation for you. You change organizations, you get married. It's been kind of a whirlwind summer for you so far, huh?
Yeah, the first 2 days of July were pretty good for me. On the first, I signed here and then got married the next day. So, just another stepping stone in my life and in my career, and I'm pretty excited about it.
How excited are you about being here in Columbus, which is actually a good hockey market, maybe a little bit out of the limelight, but there'll be big expectations from the fans. Is that something you embrace too?
Absolutely. I mean, we play the game for them, and it's nice to see fans support us in any way they can. So I'm excited to be here. I'm glad I got to come in before the season started and get to know the city. I've heard great things.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the fact that some new guys that have joined this team besides you, Jeff Carter, James Wisniewski, Vinny Prospel, all coming in, legitimate National Hockey League players that have had success where they've been before. How excited does that make you as a player?
It's great to see. I mean, obviously they made some big moves this summer and putting together a definite contender. So I'm excited to be part of it, and I can't wait for the season to start.
Mark, thank you very much. It's great to meet you and spend some time with you. And I know that the kids that were out here today really enjoyed spending time with you too.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
That's Mark Dekanich, the newest goaltender for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm Bob McElligott. Thanks for watching Jackets TV, presented by Ohio Health.